Mousesports, they've got a handful of nades here. Carrigan will harass the door, but he's shut down straight away. Shocks with first blood.
Do wonder if he was trying to pull rotation. Well, Vitality will just force their way through the lobby. Chris J trying to defend a very weird position. Lots of players outside as well, so there will be problems for Vitality. 2v3 now can quickly change, but RPK might not know how close people are. Racing up towards heaven with Zywoo around that mini position. Woxic in hell. Rob still fishing with the P250, and Zywoo makes his way downstairs. It's a guesswork now as Mousesports slow things down. Frozen moving with Woxic. Rob's alone with the bomb, and he could get cut off, in fact, by both the Vitality players. This could get very interesting indeed. How deep does Rops go before his teammates activate?
Yeah, you'd expect that his teammates will be able to make some noise here. Indeed, they're running around, the glass will be broken. Rops will have the cover of that distraction, but he may not have any help here because his teammates are getting destroyed. But Rops, it was just enough distraction for him to deal the damage, get the kill, and put RPK in a 1 versus 2. RPK's great in these positions on Nuke, and he's going to shut down Rops. He's looking to shut down.
Vitality make their way into the vent. You can see Woxic looking for something outside. Not quite getting there on that occasion, and Rops is lurking with the Desert Eagle as well. Alex actually with the taking out Carrigan, and Woxic has lost his scout. 5 versus 3 in this anti-force by make it 4. Rops at a 180, okay. We're getting spicy early it seems on Nuke. The 180 from Rops, he is ready. And Frozen, we saw him be sharp on Mirage, and he'll continue. 1 versus 2 now, spotted by Mini. He still has a minute on the clock. He doesn't have the bomb, but he does have a Desert Eagle.
The amount of 1-digs in this game has been... Oh my God! Frozen, please! RPK is a distant memory. And now it's up to Shocks. He's got an auto shotgun. I have to say, that feels like a fairly ideal weapon for this. Frozen's so weak, but if Frozen gets the drop on Shocks, Shocks really doesn't seem to have any idea exactly where Frozen could be or the timings. And Frozen has, speaking of time, just enough time, but the timing is with Shocks! Oh, it's perfect. And I mean... This is exactly what happened. Mousesports. Rops with anti-eagle. All the deagles again. How much damage will they do this time? I feel like they already did so much. It seems kind of unreasonable. Apex will find himself Chris J, so that's 1 pistol out of the picture. But the picture still is fairly threatening. Rops. Oh, he's going to be able to find Apex there with a couple meat shots. Zywoo's in position, though, to abuse that, and Frozen can't get the follow-up. Woxic, it's on Woxic to get another kill, but he'll go down, and it's only 1 kill, but given the kills that they had previous, through the main as well, RPK retreating to a more defensible position, but he'll get taken down by the swing from Hut. Chris J takes down Apex, trades for days as it goes to 3v3, and it's Alex there to try to take the next trade, but it's not going to happen. It's all up to Shocks. He's got an auto shotgun. He's around hell. I don't think anything's going to come of this auto shotgun in this position.
Well, look at the health, though. If he does choose to go for this, he doesn't have a defuse kit, so maybe he'll try and pick up a weapon. It would be madness to actually try and clutch this with the shotgun, but I wouldn't be sad to see it. But indeed, he will quietly play for an exit frag. Shocks as Mousesports get their first run on the board. So your observation continues to be correct, Dan, as the first buy round is won by the team who lose the pistol. Mousesports getting off to winning ways in the first buy round. And the damage they did with those deagles earlier on comes into play very quickly indeed.
Yeah, with a whiff there, that could be so important for Mousesports. They've managed to buy some positioning and force back Zywoo for a cost of nothing, effectively, there. Okay, well, there's the cost. Zywoo goes back to the angle. And Woxic's not ready. 40 seconds, and all of a sudden, Mousesports find themselves in a desperate position. The bomb's lost in main now. Crochet smoking forwards and grabbing the bomb, but there's no time, really. Again, another shot that you would expect Zywoo to hit, but it doesn't really matter too much, because what are they even going to do? Frozen gets the pick onto Alex, but again, getting into this bomb site seems impossible. Mousesports don't seem to know what to do here.
Frozen still with a chance to do something. 16 seconds, and maybe that something is just holding on to this Krieg. But where does he choose to go? He knows Zywoo's in having to go in either direction, and he may have to just die in the smoke.
And he'll do that. Must have been. This was quite a shocker, that one. Well, Alex will take down Chris J. Vitality looking really strong right now. RPK with an elevation That's a great trade from Rops, though. Unexpected as well. He grabs the AK. This could be devastating. Rops with the spray, trying to get Apex, but it will be Apex locking down that main position, and he is not done. Alex is not done.
Alex is back.
Oh, man, that nade was fantastic. Mousesports really reeling in agony from that one. Vitality are looking really strong here, James. They're racking up the rounds. They're
pretty quickly as well.
Yeah.
Nuke is not easy for a T side. Alex will hear his footsteps at the very least as he chooses to go for a flanking timing. Got to be careful. Never know if there's a lurker, but those are pretty much 4 separate footsteps he's heard. 2-man spray down. The bomb is taken away as well. Now Frozen's got to do something from the low ground. There's a Molotov, but thrown by the CTs rather than the Ts. Not what we were expecting.
Yeah, this is really difficult. You're in a situation where now Mousesports have to take really big risks, and you almost have to just you have to win a 1v1 here. Woxic has to, well, someone has to win a 1v1 to be able to open up that bomb. Obviously, they've taken forward positioning around the vents, but the other issue as well is that there's so many CTs left alive. They can really cover pretty much all positions. So it is, I can't really understate the disadvantage that Mousesports are facing here. But Rob seems to have a very good read as to the position of RPK. He's waiting for a peek from that CT vent. And he's so patient. How is he so smart? RPK will go down, but there's still Zywoo who's just sitting on that bomb like a dragon on a treasure hoard. He's not leaving it alone, and he is just as fearsome. 3v3 now, 40 seconds to go. And Rops is doing what he can to work this position, but Alex is directly below, and he's going to take down Rops. It's looking like it might be over here for Mousesports in this round soon, but or maybe a chance, but no.
It could be a fast play.
Just too much.
There's a HE towards Squeaky as per usual. The smoke towards Mini and one to try and create some space to maybe go down the vent, but Chris J will get cut to ribbons by Alex very early on. 4 players remain. Rob still with that rifle, but no real map control. Risks must be taken. Creeping around the smoke is Robs. Carrigan's found his way into Mini though, but he might need a distraction from his teammates to play off of. Shock's looking for a combo in the smoke. Nothing doing just yet.
Robs might have a timing. He's going to hit that reload. Robs might be able to win this 1v1. He's waiting for a reposition. Now Robs, he's quite smart in terms of like figuring out how players might rotate from position to position. He's looking for Shox. Shox has no idea. Robs might have nailed this. Indeed he has. There's a gun upgrade there for him as well. That's a good start here. Now, it's very difficult to know exactly how much more position you might want to take here. He's just going to hold onto the ramp and cover for pushes whilst his team gets into position. But look at that. Alex, Apex already in position here. And now it is just Rops and Frozen left, and they don't really have anything to work with. A Deagle and a Galil, it couldn't really be all that much worse. And the positioning here is so favorable for Vitality. Alex with that Krieg, James, he's just been that Krieg has been utility, which they should try to use, and Frozen will use a bunch of his harassing outside, but these forward setups. Oh, that's a great frag, Frozen. Good call there from him, but Apex just as good, able to get the trade kill. And that means that Mousesports know that Vitality have the information that they're not outside. So they're going to be walking into a very prepared setup no matter where they go. Shox will fall back, so ramp seems to be somewhat open here, but there comes the rotation. Zywoo whiffs the shot actually, he almost goes down, but he is safe for now. And Mousesports double back. They know they have a quick timing to the upper bomb site.
They've taken position on all but RPK. He's one of the top fraggers at the moment for Vitality on this map, and he is causing massive problems. That's the bomb spotted, delaying his buying time for rotation as well. Has he done his job? Zywoo up on the high ground, leaves Rops alone. 35 seconds in a 1 versus 3, trying to be going the way of Vitality. The fast attempts into the vent have been denied on multiple occasions. They've sprayed down the advancing player with ease. Speaking of which, Frozen tries to make it a secret, but there will be no secret for Apex.
Zywoo will look to control the flow of players, cut down the numbers. The leg shot is had, but they want to swarm Zywoo. That's not a bad call, but he has all this utility here to keep himself safe, and you can see they will abandon that plan in the face of the Molotov. Once again, feeling maybe they have a timing on upper, that there's a rotation out of the upper site due to the ramp presence. However, RPK, he's been a fortress on that A side as well, and he's repositioned towards CT Van. He's got support from Alex coming in here as well. There's a smoke. There's another smoke to go as well. It's no way in here. They're locked out completely. Just back and forth between ramp and lobby. No way in.
Shock spots the bomb. Will he hold position though? He's got one above him. The flashbangs seem to work out to some degree. 4 versus 2. Again, this is basically an eco round for Mousesports. 10 is almost guaranteed for Vitality. Shox has fallen all the way back. So the remainder have to identify where he is again. It buys/wastes some time for Vitality and Mousesports respectively. Woxic's carrying the bomb. He might actually get an angle on Shox here, but I don't think he's going to look the right way. Well, he spotted him now. There we go. A bomb planted at the very least and a rifle collected. Maybe there's a chance for an unlikely round here. Will he have a chance to fire his gun though? He will, but maybe only 1 or 2 bullets. 10-1 for Vitality. Is there anything left for Mousesports?
Lucky to again, not lose a player there.
Deep smoke in the squeaky position, but Robson frozen eventually on the A-bomb side, and done even better. Frozen is back, it seems. 3 versus 2, still doable, but Alex could get caught out. He will do. Shox now trying to make it worse. Has he got any clutch in him? 1 versus 3, looking for number 11. Woxic has an angle on the high ground, and it'll be pretty easy for him. Too many guys like concerned about potential sprays.
Yeah, stressful.
Rob's looking for an opening on the A-bomb side in the meantime, almost getting one. Taking the duel with RPK, but he's been strong on the A-bomb side.
He's winning every fight. Alex gets a jump spot there. He knows what's going on. He'll slow them down. That buys time for his teammates to rotate from ramp. That means Shox will get down there and assist him.
He sees 3 of the 4 players with that jump peek. That's so much information.
And it's a good bet where the lurker is as well. Carrigan playing door, trying to catch rotation down to the vent, the spray through the floor there. Can he make it work? Alex down to 24 HP. Oh, bomb plant in the smoke here. There is a chance just yet for Mousesports. Really trying to make this work. Christian, how did he get that one? I think there's a slight gap there, and now Carrigan's, his lurk has actually been activated, and Apex will go down, and Zywoo, again, they took Zywoo out of the equation, and maybe that's their game plan, James. Maybe the game plan is all around just trying to avoid Zywoo, but
it's not a bad game plan, Dan.
But the fact of the matter is that RPK is really good, Alex is really good, you know, Shox and Apex, they're also very good if you give them the opportunity. But this did work out quite well. And I think that's the first time, I think it's fair to say, that Mousesports got players down secret without losing somebody.
Yeah, without colossal damages.
So the 2 players pushing down lower. Alex is in a great position to try to do some damage here, maybe get a kill or 2. And oh, he's got, oh, yep, that's going to work out. Frozen. Unable to catch that. The rotation also seems safe. Alex is, oh my god, he's actually dodged like multiple players here. Chris J will annihilate Apex, but in the meantime, Carrigan, it's about Carrigan on this big lurk. How much damage can he do getting up to heaven?
Distraction being run. Oh, he's run out of bullets. That's brutal for Alex. And Carrigan's activated now. The A-bomb site's being taken. Bomb can get planted, and it's planted fast. 1 by Squeaky. That's Zywoo. But he's still alive. Where is Shox? That's a question. Coming into that mini position, he may have been heard. Chris J going through the hut now while Carrigan continues to run distraction. Zywoo trying to figure out where Chris J could be. Looking for him still. And Zywoo is alone now. Carrigan and Chris J. Carrigan's rotating towards that mini position. Who's going to start spraying first? It's Chris J in the smoke with the knife. That's one way to run distraction and find a 4th round.
I still feel very afraid for Mousesports though. This such a deadly angle. Look at that. Beautifully done by Zywoo. And he'll dodge back into Garage. Oh god, he's going for it. He's going to get caught on the rotation though, and it's a 3v3.
That was so close. Rob's got 23 HP, and he's the person taking care of the bomb. And look at his push from Shox, but Rob's, that was absolutely nasty. Clinical finishing from him, and maybe help is on the way. There's so much time on the clock as well. Even if that bomb was spotted, it just becomes bait. You can see RPK's got an angle now, but that leaves Alex with so much to do. Rob's down to 1 HP. If he could just stay alive for the time being, show some presence. But his teammates are on a long rotation. Chris J's on the way upstairs, I do believe. And that might take too long. Woxic waiting in mini in the meantime. Robs has been the bait, but surely he's about to get eaten. RPK is gone. He's facing the wrong angle, and things go from bad to worse. Alex alone, 1 versus 3 by the vent. Surely his silence has been spotted. He is surrounded.
Mini, Alex will make his way out of the hot position. He's going to get taken down instantly. Zywoo, though, with the trade onto Woxic. A 1-for-1. The bomb is going down, or at least it was trying to. Shox will get distracted by Chris J, but eventually it will be controlled by the French here. It's looking very desperate once again for Frozen and Carrigan in this 2 versus 3. They've got to find a way to defuse that bomb.
Mousesports, this is a must-win for them. Apex by CT Red. who will be the initial engager. Carrigan swinging, but he gets absolutely popped. 1 versus 3 for Frozen, surrounded. All the lasers trained on his
damage
face.
on RPK, looking for the headshot, can't quite find it. More opportunities, more damage. I think a headshot was there on Zywoo, but only 1. And Zywoo will make it down unscathed. Well, he's scathed, but oh dear, Rops and Frozen again, and Woxic all chiming in, and suddenly...
Threw up with the MAC-10. The HE won't come fast enough. Look at the swing on the A bomb site. What an instant response from Vitality, and they get more out of it. Zywoo with a second frag with that MAC-10. 4 on 3. It's 2 M4s for the retake at the very least. Apex coming in from the back. However, Woxic is still in CT spawn, but he's looking up for the flash, and Apex is going to get out. This is getting super awkward now. Woxic still alive. That's important information for his teammates, but it pulls one off heaven to deal with Apex's lurk. It won't be dealt with.
That's a really bad result. Worst thing that could obviously have happened for Mousesports' chances. Chris J trying to keep himself alive, and Vitality can afford to just throw everything at Mousesports if they really want to. Try to get rid of these guns. Looks like a nice headshot. Normally you'd say, okay, they want to protect their own economy, but in this situation with so many rounds to play with, if they get rid of all the guns of Mousesports, even if Vitality have a worse buy...
Woxic can drop... Oh, no, he kept a deagle. Carrigan's got another one. Chris J in the smoke now, but difference is there's mostly footsteps. Or a lack of, rather, because they're walking. How on earth does he pick the right time to come out here, Chris J? He will hit a tagging. But RPK's lurking far behind. Chris J still on the inside, moving towards the outside, but RPK's timing could be perfect. Indeed, it is absolutely perfect. That could have been everything, ended up being nothing.
And that's why you do that late flank. That is part of the plan to deal with that kind of a play. Oh, the big push and throws, and he's not in a great position to deal with that at all. Oh man, I think they just have to save here again. Woxic, he can try to get a headshot or two, and maybe he can. He does have that magical quality, but obviously it's not a consistent result, but he'll see what he can do from this position, at least get some damage in there. Keep the pressure on. Smoke to the window to prevent that angle from being used against him, but even though he connects that shot, again, it's just they can't make their way in. There's too much utility in the hands of Vitality right now. And you can see Vitality have already got the lurk plays to try to shut down these weapons. They do not want Mousesports to carry anything forwards into the next round, and maybe they won't because RPK, he's an absolute machine. He is just annihilating them all. Terminator mode once again. RPK tank is back, James.
The King has a lot left in the tank, it seems. Vitality moved to 13. The force buy has failed for Mousesports. They might be in eco territory now, unless they just throw the kitchen sink in every round. Vitality
a position that Mousesports can do something with. Although the advantages are, I mean, Vitality are towering above Mousesports right now. It's not over until it's over. We've seen too many comebacks from this point to count out the possibility. There you go, Frozen. Bit of damage. Zywoo with the trade though, and Rock's trying to be cheeky. But he will be shut down. Chris J, this is nice because he will be able to actually most likely save that weapon.
It's a 2 versus 3. They've both got rifles, and the bomb's not planted.
Kevlar though, no kit. It's tough.
Yeah, but look at the score. There is urgency to be had here. Chris J's trying to do what he can, but that will dramatically change things. 6 to 13, they've got to go for that, but Chris J getting taken out, that'll change everything. And Woxic, this could be an important save for him. There may be some sound cues for Vitality, but I don't know if they'll be able to get deep enough to take this weapon away. They are on the hunt, however, so we'll see what Woxic can do. The Vitality are just 2 steps away from the trophy, from being triumphant on the stage here in front of the Moscow crowd. Woxic trying to do what he can. Will he survive? He won't. Denied again. Too many sound cues on the high ground. A small Zywoo through the flames, trying to charge through. A ding-dong from Zywoo. Alex falls to the flames. Zywoo still alive now, looking for a second again, but he'll be denied by Frozen. Up in the heaven position. He's going to get blown up by RPK, though. Trying to go for a fast plant. Repositioning. Chris J stuck in the vent. Not a good position for him. Robs has a flashbang from his teammate. Swings out. Takes out the bomb planter, RPK. No bomb planter just yet. Now it's Apex alone and not for long. It is an expensive round for Vitality. It keeps their economy honest, but they've got around 6K. Moving into an aggressive position on the ramp. We'll see if Rob stays in situ or if he rotates. There's a first target, spots another one jumping on the cross as well. Flashbang, but you can mostly see, has ROPS for support, rifle support always important. And now he's back to plan C for Vitality. Karrigan dropping off, makes it look easy for two-man spray down. 5 versus 2 now, but Apex is on the A-bomb site, trying to do what he can. He will be denied, leaving Alex alone. Taking out Karrigan by Squeaky. Has he seen ROPS? He does, and now he's made it 1 versus 2. Oh, Woxic, he's missed it. You do wonder if they start to get nervous here. Even if Alex loses the round, he's doing so much damage, which could pay off in the rounds to come. Chris J will spot him and pop him. Focus on the round ahead of you. A HE for RPK. Smoke for Shocks has just been deployed, and it looks like it might be a surge into the A-bomb site once again. They're sure it's going to work eventually. Frozen from the right to the left. He's ready, as he showed on Mirage. He's got help from the high ground as well. He can focus on the left-hand side, but Apex got a lovely peek. He will get traded, though. 3 versus 2. It gets expensive again for Mousesports, and Alex might have more to do here. Oh my God, that is brutal. This is a giant problem for Mousesports.
It really is. The high ground is such a strong position to be in. The bomb, of course, has to be planted, and Shocks will have the coverage from Alex. Mousesports have a lot of work on their hands. Alex is in an extremely strong position. Woxic with it all to do. The repositioning from Alex. Nice pick off from Woxic. He's going to have to push the issue. He can't make it happen, though. Alex will take him down. Woxic is dead. And quite deadly. Oh, look at this huge risk he's taking, trying to jump up into the container. It was a really bold play, and risks have to be taken, but it's not going to pay off this time. Karrigan will just about escape to the headshot angle in time. And he does so in a perfect timing. They won't see that he's there, and he gets a free one. Zywoo, though, is able to outmaneuver him and cut him off in the decontamination room, and now it's up to that deagle of ROPS, and it's not looking good, James.
Fire on the left and the right. Frozen. Oh God, this is just so brutal. Woxic and ROPS with the range. The sound cues are here for Vitality. They've got so many flashbangs. They've got a man advantage. The bomb's planted. Only Woxic has a defuse kit. There's just no way. Surely there's no way. Just down to Woxic now. He's the only man standing. Vitality have done it. They've broken the streak, and they've taken Moscow and the Epicenter Championship 2019.
Incredible performance from them. It was just so remarkable. The level of resilience that we saw from Vitality from start to finish in this series.